All right, here's the second worksheet. It's called Evaluating Expressions, and that's what they tell you to do. They use the word evaluate. All right, so it's like this. I'll just do the first one. It says y divided by 2 plus x. I want to find what that's equal to. Well, I got a little problem though. How could I figure that? It's very similar to what we just did on the first worksheet, but there's a problem. What's the issue here?
X.
What about x?
You gotta find it.
Yeah, I don't know it. What about y?
Y either.
Can I find x and y from this? No, because it's not even equal to anything, right? So it's not an equation. That's why they call it an expression. Everybody see that? An expression, it just means that numbers are doing stuff to each other. They're adding, they're multiplying, dividing, subtracting, that kind of stuff. It's not equal to anything. We're not solving for x. But what they're going to do, they're saying, evaluate this expression. That's why they call it evaluating expressions. Evaluate this expression if, and then guess what they're going to tell you? They're going to tell you what x is equal to, and they're going to tell you what y is equal to. All right? So they say x is equal to 1 and y is equal to 2. So this is just one little step further from what we did on Friday with whatever they call that thing, order of operations.
Yeah, plug it in.
Well, plug it in, that's right. My professor in college always said plug and chug, and I always use that for 35 years. I've been saying plug and chug, which means you plug these in and then you work it out. The chug part is just working it out. So what is the y?
Why? Me too.
It's 2. And then you just do the rest of it. Divided by 2 plus what? X, which is 1. Now this looks just like what we did earlier, right? What's that? That's the problem. That's the problem. Oh, yeah, it's divide. Sorry. This is divide. You want a different color?
I don't know, mine is,
Yeah, I forgot the screen speckly because I don't look up at the screen very often. Is that a little better? Yeah. We got one light out? Yeah. Okay, so yeah, let's see if that. See that? Very good. All right, so here we go. So we go 2 divided by 2. We do this first. Why do I do that first? Because of, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, PEMDAS, whatever you want to call it. So you do division before you do addition. So everybody listen. So you do the division. 2 divided by 2 is 1 plus 1 is 2. There you go. That's the work. See all this stuff right here? I want to see that on your paper. If all you do is just put a 2, you're not going to get credit for it. I don't look at the problems if they're right or wrong. You know that, right? I've told you that 100 times. I just see that if you, right, it's up to you to figure out if you got them right or wrong because I give you the answers. Okay, but you got to show your work. That's what this is. That's what homeworks are all about. It's just showing your work. So really, the rest of these aren't really much different. Let's just try one that looks a little bit different. That was number 1, by the way, on the worksheet. Oh, this is, I'm going to skip down to number 7. It's kind of the same, but they throw parentheses in here. So they say evaluate this thing right here. Actually, they use the word use. That's kind of weird. Every algebra book I've ever used said if. Okay, but they say use. It's the same thing. All right. It's a Z. Yeah, that's a weird looking Z, but it's a Z. So x equals 6, y equals 8, and z equals 6 as well. I'll give you 30 seconds to do this one. Okay? So this is what you're trying to evaluate. That thing right there. Okay? And then you just plug these letters in for the letters here and work it out and see what you get.
I got the answer. I'll do the problem.
Well, I'll give everybody time to finish it up. Anybody get an answer? What'd you get? Anybody want to yell it out? 84? All right, let's see. Seems like that's a consensus. Let's see if it works. So we're going to plug everything in, right? So we put a 6 right here, put a parentheses. X is also 6, so we put another 6 plus what y is, which is 8. And there you go. All right? So it's 6 times, what's 6 plus 8? 14. And I assume that's 84.
Yeah.
Yep. There you go. It's easy as that. See the stuff in blue right here? That's what you need to show. All right? If all you do is just write down to 84, look, if you do that to 1 or 2 problems, just put an answer down, I probably won't take a lot of points off. But if I see a big chunk of problems where you didn't do any work at all and all you did was write down an answer, you start getting points off. If none of the problems have any work shown, you'll be lucky to get a 1. All right? So make sure that you do that. All right. You want to do one more? You think you're good?
Yeah.
Let me, let's do one that's maybe a little, because you know they're not all going to be that easy, right? Okay. We got time.
Yeah. Sure do.
Let's do this one. This is number 20 on the worksheet. So look at this. I'm showing you how to do 3 problems. This one's kind of easy, but that's all right. I'll do this one anyway. I'm going to write if, even though they use the word use. I think that's weird, but and Q is 1. So that's a Q. That's my weird looking Q right there. All right, that's P, and that's Q. That's P, and that's Q. All right. Give you a few seconds to work on that one. See how you do. Pretty easy. Might be able to just do it in your head. But don't do it in your head, because I asked you to write the show the work. All right. So even though you could do it in your head. No. Is it? So here we go. I guess you're done. What did you get for an answer? 4? All right, let's see if that works. So P is 1, we put a 1 right there. Q is 1, put a 1 right there. We square it, minus. What's this going to be? 0. So I don't have to worry about that. This is easy. 1 plus 1 is 2, but what are we doing to that? Squaring it. 2 squared is 4. There it is. Simple as that. All right, we good? All right. So you got 7 minutes left. So I'll give you the worksheets. You can work on that, and then that will be due tomorrow. Okay?